In the heart of Lagos, where the city lights never seemed to dim, Bimpe Adebayo was known as a force to be reckoned with. Tall, sharp-witted, and impeccably stylish, she was the epitome of what it meant to be a Lagos big girl. By day, she was a top marketing executive in one of the biggest firms in Victoria Island, climbing the corporate ladder with ruthless efficiency. By night, she was the queen of Lagos high society, attending the most exclusive parties, mingling with the elite, and turning heads wherever she went. But behind her flawless smile and expensive designer bags was a secret that could shatter her world in a heartbeat. It all started one rainy Friday night. Bimpe had just finished a late meeting with a client, sealing a deal that would make her company millions. As she stepped out of her sleek black Range Rover, her phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "I know what you did. Meet me at the Oberlin Bridge at midnight if you want to keep your life intact." Her heart skipped a beat. She glanced around, but the bustling streets of Lagos seemed normal. People were still going about their evening, oblivious to the panic rising in her chest. What did this person know? Shaking it off, Bim dismissed the text as a prank. After all, she was no stranger to petty drama and jealousy. But as the night wore on, unease clawed at her. What if this wasn't a joke? What if her carefully curated life was about to come crashing down? Curiosity got the better of her. At 11:45 p.m., she found herself driving toward Oberland. Her mind raced, replaying events from her past, searching for something, anything, that could explain the threat. When she arrived, the bridge was nearly deserted, save for the occasional passing car. Standing under the dim glow of a streetlight was a figure, cloaked in shadows. Bim's breath hitched, and she approached cautiously. "Who are you?" she demanded, trying to mask the tremor in her voice. The figure stepped forward, revealing a woman in her early 30s, dressed in simple clothes, but her eyes were sharp, too sharp. Bim's blood ran cold as recognition washed over her. It was Funmi, her childhood friend. But Funmi had vanished years ago, presumed dead after a car accident. How was she here, alive, and looking for her? "I see you remember me," Funmi said with a bitter smile. "You thought you could bury the past, didn't you?" Bimpe froze. She had done many things to survive in this city, but the events surrounding Funmi's disappearance had been her darkest secret. They had been best friends growing up, inseparable. But one night, in a fit of jealousy and ambition, Bimpe had left Funmi alone at a party in Lekki, an event that spiraled out of control and led to Funmi's disappearance. "No, Funmi. I didn't," Bimpe stammered, but Funmi cut her off. "You left me for dead, Bimpe. And you walked away like nothing happened. But I survived. And now I'm back, and you owe me." The words hung in the air like a death sentence. Funmi didn't ask for money or fame. She wanted something far more dangerous, Bimpe's life. The carefully constructed image, the career, the friends. Everything Bimpe had built on the ashes of their friendship. The days that followed were a nightmare for Bimpe. Funmi infiltrated her life, turning her world upside down. She showed up at Bimpe's workplace, charming her boss, sowing seeds of doubt about Bimpe's integrity. She attended the same parties, mingling with the same people, stealing the spotlight effortlessly. It was as though Funmi was slowly erasing her. Everywhere Bimpe turned, Funmi was there, whispering threats, reminding her of her betrayal. The tension escalated until one evening, at a high-profile gala, Funmi cornered Bimpe in the bathroom. "This is your last chance to make it right," Funmi hissed, her eyes gleaming with malice. "I'll do anything," Bimpe whispered, her voice trembling. "Just tell me what you want." Funmi leaned in closer. "I want you to confess. Publicly. Tell the world what you did to me." Bimpe's heart sank. To confess would mean the end of everything. her career, her reputation, her entire life. But Funmi left her no choice. That night, standing on the stage at the gala, Bim took a deep breath and began to speak. Her voice quivered as she recounted the events of that fateful night years ago, how she had abandoned her best friend in her darkest moment. The crowd watched in stunned silence as Bim's confession unraveled her glamorous image. Tears streamed down her face, but she kept going, feeling the weight of her guilt lift with every word. When she finished, there was a long pause. Then, to her shock, the room erupted in applause. The crowd, enthralled by the drama of it all, mistook her confession for some elaborate performance, a ploy for sympathy. But Funmi wasn't satisfied. She stormed out of the room, leaving Bimpe with a sense of dread that this wasn't over. In the weeks that followed, Bimpe found herself constantly looking over her shoulder, waiting for the next twist. Funmi had vanished again, leaving no trace. But the city whispered, and Bimpe knew the truth: Lagos never forgets. And just when she thought she could move on, her phone buzzed again with a familiar message. You may have won this round, but the game isn't over yet. The past, it seemed, was always one step behind.